Hello and welcome to Advanced Tech for killing the Leviathan after Desert Treasure 2. I've got some tech for you today that's going to speed up your kills, give you more flawless kills for the 50% bonus loot, and hey, if you're new to the boss, keep watching anyways because these are going to make your life so much easier. First up, I'm going to teach you how to predict which special attack the Leviathan will use next. As you can see on the west side of the room, I have a tile marked lightning, west and east. On the north side of the room, I have a tile marked rocks, north and south. When the Leviathan first drops rocks in the room, you'll notice that some of them are permanent and stay on the ground. Here I have rocks on the north, and down here I have a rock on the south. What that tells me is when I stun the Leviathan, the first thing he's going to do is do the rock attack, or the debris. After this, the Leviathan will alternate special attacks, meaning if I have to stun him again, it will do lightning next time. Or if it would have started with lightning, the next time it will be rocks instead. Of course, you can always wait to see what the message is in your chat box after waking up the Leviathan, but it's nice to know in advance so you can prepare yourself. Now that we know what special attack the Leviathan will use, let's talk about how to deal damage during those attacks. Although the Leviathan takes 33% less damage while attacking it during lightning or falling rocks, we can still speed up our kill times pretty dramatically. Here you can see the rocks fell on the west side of the room, and as we just learned, that means we're going to get a lightning attack first. I have yellow tiles marked at each corner of the boss, so as soon as the lightning attack starts, I'm going to make my way to one of those tiles, and I'm going to start Woox walking or tile skipping through the lightning. As soon as Leviathan is facing towards me, I can start running through. A Bofa has a 4-tick attack speed, meaning I only need to move 3 sets of tiles before I can attack again. This works from either side of the lightning, so if I run over here, I can skip right back through and attack 1 tile before I get to the far end. If you're using a ZCB or a twisted bow, a slower weapon, you can run all the way to the far tile and do the exact same thing. Because we just dealt with lightning, we know the next special is going to be the falling debris instead. So let's stun the Leviathan and spawn the rocks. For this one, the rocks are going to fall every 2 ticks. So what you can do is get an attack, move, get an attack, move, and so on, and repeat. You'll have 2 rocks fall per tile that you stand on. After about 5 sets of rocks, you're going to want to run behind the wall that you created and dodge the attack. This allows you to get a few extra hits in while you're laying out the rocks. That brings me to one more useful piece of tech, which is the shadow attack. Typically when you throw a shadow barrage, you're not able to do very much damage, but if you spam click, you can get 1 full damage attack in on the same tick that you throw out your shadow barrage. This allows you to bypass the max of 10 damage that you can typically do during this period, and then run to the back of the Leviathan and get your attack in that wakes it up. This is ideal because on my faster kills, I almost don't need to stun the Leviathan, but typically at the end of the kill, it starts to get a little too difficult for me at the 1-tick attack speed. So I'm able to stun, get an attack off as the stun begins, get an attack on the Leviathan's back, and immediately start the enrage phase, all while taking no chip damage at the beginning of the enrage phase, which lets me get perfect kills. Here's an example zoomed in and slowed down. After the phase, I'm going to throw a shadow barrage, immediately spam click, and I can get a full damage attack off. Then I run around to the back of the Leviathan and wake it up like usual. If you're stunning earlier in the kill, this is just a nice way to get some extra DPS. If you're like me and typically have to stun at the very end, it'll allow you to set up the enrage phase for free. There's a few things I didn't include in this video, such as using the Webweaver bow special attack during the enrage phase, when to switch from your ZCB to a blowpipe or Bofa, but I didn't feel those things quite fit the scope of this video. I want to say thank you to everyone who watched my previous video. I have a pop-up of that on the screen right now. Loot from 1,000 Vardorvis kills. Overwhelmingly, the comments wanted me to do Leviathan next. So here's a video of the tactics that I'm going to be using during my Leviathan kills, and stay tuned, drop a sub if you'd like to see loot from 1,000 Leviathan coming this week. Psst, if you're still here, you should really like and subscribe. Seriously. Why are you still watching?